Let me ask you something, Kevin. You want what you're trying to preach to women about being submissive, playing their place to men, and doing all these things. When we do those things to our men, they give us their ass to kiss. Men feel like,
excuse me, what does that mean?
I feel like growing up, seeing my grandfather, seeing my daddy pay all the bills, do everything in their power to make sure home is kept well, they still went out and did bullshit over their wives.
Excuse me. Hold on. Let me stop you right here. First off, stay in your damn place as a child. That ain't your motherfucking business.
But I'm grown now.
But ain't your business. Excuse me. Stop. Breathe.
Because you know what?
Breathe. No. I will shut this shit down. I will shut this shit down and finish. It's not your place. You're as a child trying to judge adult situations. Did your mama leave? Did your grandmama leave?
Yes. My mother left. My grandmother didn't leave.
Well, your mama left, and look, and this is what we're dealing with. A woman who feels like what?
She can't trust.
Then go get some damn therapy, because that ain't men's problems. See, the problem is in our community. The problem in our community is women today are nowhere close to being the caliber of women that women used to be. You're weak. You're soft. You sit around complaining about stuff because you have it too easy.
Yeah.
You have it far too easy. My grandmother's generation, they survived the Dust Bowl, the Great Depression, and real racism.
Right.
They had to worry about real bona fide lynching. We got, in our country, black women are so comfortable. You're almost 200 pounds of 5'4". Not only talk about missing no meals, the black men ain't missing no meals. Most people don't understand what even poverty really is.
Yep.
Then you go back and say, well, my mama, men gave us their ass to kiss. You tell the worst parts of all the stories.
I think that's my.
And if you notice that, and it's like I said, this isn't just he's saying this, but this isn't just attacking women. So just so we know that. But when you hear a woman relate a story about a man, she's normally, whether it be a breakup, a divorce, or whatever, she's always relating the worst parts of it. This man, he gives us they give you their ass to kiss, so on and so forth. You have to realize, and I've covered this in other videos and stuff like that, but you have to realize you need to be aware of who it is that you're choosing. Understandably, things change as time goes by. People do change, but a lot of times you do see that early on before you decide to get married. We'll do this, that, we'll be submissive. And that's the biggest excuse or retort that a woman comes back with when a man is asking for her to be submissive, or he wants a submissive woman. I can't be submissive because he'll walk all over me. He just wants a doormat and all this foolishness like that. And it's just like, well, he has to not put me in a position where I'm not in my feminine and all this. I mean, I'm in my feminine and I'm not in my masculine, and he has to make it comfortable for me to lead. Why be with somebody like that? And that goes both ways. Why be with somebody that they have to get you this way for you to? Nah, you shouldn't be with that person. But anyway, man.
It's my drink. Yeah.
You tell the worst part of everything. But what do you ever? I never hear you women give black men credit for anything. It's always talk about the waiting to exhale and the color purple bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
That's the bullshit right there, Miss Sam. Let me tell you something. I go to therapy, and me and my parents and my grandparents, the shit they go through might not have been my business, but I inhaled it. I saw that.
That's your problem. Okay. And how old are you?
It can be my fault.
How old are you? How old are you?
I'm 30.
Okay. Well, due respect, man. That the world doesn't owe you or me understanding, because hold on, because there are people in this world. I will shut this shit down. I won't. No. We don't do that. See, you talking about the traumas that your grandmother and mother, that ain't your business. Stay in the child's place.
I'm not a child anymore, Mr. Sam.
But that's the point. You're trying to, okay, You don't have any? Do you have any children?
I do.
So your children need to come get in your relationship with you and your man, or should they stay in their mother flipping place? That's what I thought.
A lot of these women nowadays, they got their daughters and their sons in their business because they treating them like they're BFFs and all this stuff. We're seeing all these videos now. Y'all probably saw the video. There's a video of a mother and daughter, you know, mother's 44, daughter's like 22 or something like that. Something crazy. And they're watching each other's, you know, I don't want to say it to get my thing demonetized, but they're watching each other's sex tapes and sharing it. And they're actually waxing each other. And I guess it's perfectly fine. It's just stuff like this where this is your BFF. You're treating your kids. You got your kids in your business. You're talking about men and sex and all these other things in front of your kids. And they're just, you know, they're growing up too fast, basically, at the end of the day.
I don't want my kids to see me.
That's not what I asked.
The same thing
That's not what I asked.
But this is what I'm asking.
That's not what I asked.
Can I talk? Can I say something?
But you didn't answer the question. Your children need to stay. Your children need to stay in a children's place.
Somebody said I look 48. Okay.
Stop. Your children need to stay in a children's place because between you and that man is something that they don't know, they don't understand because they're too young. They shouldn't be trying to judge it through childlike eyes.
Mm-hmm.
How old is your oldest?
15.
How old is your youngest?
10.
10 years ago, your oldest.
So that means she had her first. She was just a child when she had her child. You was 15 years old, and you have now you're 30, and you got a 15-year-old.
Still believed in Santa Claus. Children need to stay in children's place, and one of the problems we have in the black community is black women put their children in grown places where they should not be. They let their children see and experience stuff they should not experience, and cause then kids do what they naturally do. Mm-hmm. That's a problem of parenting. Your mama shouldn't have exposed you to it.
So okay, you're right. I can admit that. You are right.
Every other group, black people don't commit adultery and cheat at any exorbitantly higher rates than other people. We just use it as reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Bill Gates and Melinda Gates just came out saying, Bill Gates, the most richest man in America, right? Mm-hmm. What his wife come out saying, oh, by the way, Bill been kicking with his ex-girlfriend all our marriage. Now, see, if that was black folks, Tyler Perry would have made a movie about it.
Mm.
Mm. Because we understand that this whole notion of man and woman, there's always an understanding between the man and the woman. And the man and the woman need to understand this, and the kids need to stay at the kids' place, eat at the kids' table, and not be involved in grown shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So if we allow your children to witness arguments and stress and strife, that's the mama fault.
Okay.
So I'm not saying that you didn't suffer trauma, but I'm saying that that's not your place to be around. Because I don't know men who just say, I'm gonna wait till the kids come home and then I'm gonna whoop your ass in front of the kids. That ain't how men move.
No.
I don't know men who say, I'm gonna wait till the kids home and I'm gonna come and scream and holler at you. That's not how men do. Mm-hmm. And at 30 years old, man, whatever happened to your mother and your grandmother, as traumatic as it is, due respect, man, you got to process that, move it on, and it cannot be an excuse because your children can say the same thing.
You're right. You're absolutely right. You're right. And I didn't want to get on here and argue with you, and I didn't want to, disrespect your platform. But I do have a question.
Sure.
My thing is, and this is just coming from my experience with dating, you are telling women to stay in their place, to be submissive, to be soft, to stand behind their husbands, but they don't reciprocate the same thing. We can do all that, and we still...
She's stuck on that point. She keeps talking about it. She keeps going back to it. You need to do a better job of choosing who it is that you're dating with, who it is that you're dating and or you're marrying at the end of the day. So it's not an excuse.
Get shitted on.
That's bullshit.
Please tell me how is that bullshit?
It's bullshit because okay, hold on, no. What you focus on, you see. You focus on bullshit, so you see bullshit. You mean to tell me, okay, in the black community, let's take adultery, let's take cheating. Where are you going?
Exactly. She just get up and walk off like they're going to fix you a drink. What the hell?
I'm going to go. I'm just trying to make me another drink because you.
I think you need to have. No. You sit here and have the conversation.
Yeah.
You don't walk away.
Yeah.
With 18,000 people watching.
I'm sitting. Calm down and sit.
Don't do that to me, because you don't do that, man. That's disrespectful.
Okay, I'm sitting.
If I was a white man, you wouldn't have pulled that shit. I tell you that much. You would have turned your back and walked away on me.
If you was white?
Yes.
If I wanted to get up and make me a drink, I would just get up. But it don't have nothing to do with color, Mr. Samuels.
Yeah. Well, how about this? It has something to do with respect for the platform, the audience, and everything else. That's just improper. But see, we're too informal with one another. And the fact that I'm a black man, you take certain liberties that you would not take with other people from other races, because you got to be on your better behavior.
Right.
That's my point. That's my point. And I'm going to move on. The black community, black men, when surveyed, asked about in committed relationships, what percentage of black men cheat at? Cheated at 28% rate. What rate do black women cheat at?
I don't know what's the number.
24. And there are 2 million more of us. Every time a black man is cheating with somebody, he's cheating with somebody. It's usually with a woman, married or in a relationship. How many black women have multiple children by multiple men? That's polygamy. That's a poly relationship. See, the way you tell the situation is like a woman does the best thing and a man gives her ass kiss. A 50+% divorce rate in the country, and it's almost close to 60% of the black community. And 80 to 90% of the relationships, black women are leaving. You're leaving. You're home wrecking. You're breaking up the relationships. Men stay. Y'all leave.
Why do you think women are leaving?
Because you've been sold a Disney fantasy that you should be happy, instead of understanding that you have duty, honor, respect, and you chose to be in a relationship, especially when you decided to make a baby with somebody.
Facts.
You need to stay for more than just yourself. French toast your happiness.
So I should settle.
No, you should. Are you a Christian?
I'm not.
Well, have you been married?
No, I haven't.
You plan on getting married?
I would like to.
What vows do you plan on taking?
I don't want to settle for nothing less.
What vows do you plan on taking?
I plan on...
For better, for worse, sickness and health, the rich and poor, the death do us.
All that stuff, all those vows, that stuff is lip service. That's why, I did a video about this a long time ago. Unless you can tolerate cheating, don't get married. If you can't tolerate cheating or infidelity, don't get married. All these things. Now, I'm not saying abuse is okay, but infidelities is almost certain. He just called off some statistics. It's almost certain that it's going to happen. And if you can't tolerate that, then don't get married. It's not about settling, but when you take vows, and I'm not saying there's because everybody has vows, but standard vows, don't get married if you can't tolerate infidelity. Happiness, and that's one thing between marriages now, a woman most likely is going to leave at the first sign she's out of there. Of anything, pretty much anything. She can be just upset one day and just like, I want to get divorced. I'm not feeling like I'm not feeling sexy today. I'm gonna get divorced. He just doesn't do it for me anymore. I want to get divorced. That's not how it works. Happiness, obviously this is one of the main differences between marriages now and back then. They stayed together regardless. That happiness and marriage we think are synonymous, which is supposed to be. But marriage is hard, is what Kevin is getting at. And if you're basically ready to just get rid of, cut everything, then you don't need to get married.
Do its part. Then he said shit about happiness.
So I'm supposed to be miserable.
No, you're supposed to be an adult.
Right.
Okay.
Bro, hang up on that nigga, man. He's trash.
I'm listening. I just want.
Who is this? Is that Big Shirley?
He said, "Is that Big Shirley?" He talks shit. That's him.
I mean, I'm trash. See, this is what I'm saying. This woman, this so-called woman, supposed woman, can say I'm trash. What have I said that's wrong, Big Shirley? Bring the facts, the data, statistics. Don't bring your trash ass attitude and take your bonnet off if you're gonna get on here. Yeah, that's what, and that's what I mean. That's all you gotta do. That's what comes out the bitches and everything else.
Yeah.
That's why your fat ass gonna die by yourself. Kick rocks. You can't make this shit up. Inevitably triggered by understanding. I gotta settle. I gotta do this. Run, gentlemen. Run from these women. There is no negotiating with them. Leave. Nothing you do is going to be right. Always the worst case scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because single women keep women single. You could hear the cholesterol in her voice.
Mm.
Hang up on that nigga trash.
I got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, rams, hogs, dogs, chicken, turkey, crap.
Hang up on that nigga. He's trash. Why did she try to do it? She couldn't even walk across to turn it off herself. Her gout probably flaring up. Single women keep women single.
Right.
All you heard was negative. I'm a victim. I'm a victim. Men do this. Men do that.
Right.
My mama, my dad, my daddy, my granddaddy, my this. Did he keep a roof over your head? Did he keep food in your stomach? You look healthier than a mother sucker.
Right.
So men are supposed to be perfect, but then they got to deal with that.
Right.
No, thank you. Women like that are mad that men are finally starting. Single women keep women single. By cholesterol in her voice. The attitude, no thank you. That nigga, try. You always want to blame the problem on somebody else.
I don't know why that video, why it's going, repeating some stuff and it's not, the audio's not matching, but.
No. If you're in therapy, then you should have a different mind. If this is the best thing you can get out of therapy, find another therapist.
Right.
So I'm glad when people like her say, that nigga trash, bitch this, bitch that. Can't beat it. You can't make it up. But what you will realize is.
So guys, there you have it. A lot of times this information is hard to digest, especially with some women. A lot of this information, it's their first time hearing it. Guys don't usually know how to bring this, especially if it's whether it's a high value man, low value man, they don't know how to properly articulate it for women to digest it. And even if they were able to or did, it would be rejected so quickly. It's something like when it's being said, it's so unreal. How dare he say I have to be this way? How dare I have to change up? How dare he say this? But you look at the results you get or how your lifestyle is going and you're just like, okay, this isn't really what I want. So do you really want to be married? Or do you just want to have kids and be in a sexy relationship? You know what I mean? It's just one of those things you really have to think about. Which one is it that you want? And it's really a lot of you ladies out there, your friends are keeping you single. Even married women end up single. They end up getting divorced because they listen to these single women or these single friends. And basically they end up getting them out of their marriage, out of their whole situation. They're out of their house that they may have had somewhat of a decent, what Kevin was saying. You're not getting beat on. He's putting food on the table. He's paying the bills. He's taking care of the kids. But you will have this woman, this single woman on the outside who's never had a stable relationship, try to tell you otherwise and you deserve better and all these different things. And you end up single just like her. And you reflect and say that I did have it good. It wasn't that bad after all. So with that being said, guys, let me know your comments below. You know, I would like to hear it. You know, once again, this is another classic one with Kevin. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you want to book a one-on-one with yours truly, hit me up on Calendly. The link is in the description. If you want to pick up one of my books, hit me up on jrosswriting.com. All my books, you can find them on there in the shop. The link is in the description as well. And if you got any topics you'd like me to discuss, please feel free to comment them below, or any questions, email them to me. And with that being said, peace be upon you and the mercy and blessings of the Almighty. And I will see you guys on the next one. I'm out of here. Peace.